Hello and welcome. I am finally back streaming solo. This time. I am finally back streaming solo this time. For those who don't know, I haven't streamed in about 5 years, so I'm a little bit rusty on everything. Hello, welcome to the stream. As you can see from the please stand by, I forgot to switch what game is being streamed from Thursday because I co-streamed with a friend of mine, Red named Droxy. First, I wanted to thank the two people who followed during the long starting soon screen. Thank you to Big Edith and Max KJ for signing up for the first time chat from Max there. Again, sorry about the delay there. I was just about sitting down, got the stream going, got the starting soon screen started, and got a nosebleed. So I had to kind of clean that up and make sure that it stopped before I went live because it wasn't bad or anything. It wasn't like gushing blood, but it was like I didn't want that to show up on stream. Anyway, let's go ahead and fix the game capture real fast. Come on. Properties. We want the Fallout 4. Come on. Not one to cut. There we go. Okay. So we are playing with the StoryWealth mod collection, which is a collection with all the alternate mods and everything, and some of the ones I took out, of over 950. It did have an original count of 956, but this past weekend there was an update, and they added some mods and changed some mods around. I haven't counted it because, again, there's 900 plus mods in this collection. But the main thing about it is that it adds a lot of new story content. And give me just a moment here. There. The music is about to hit a crescendo and it's going to drown me out. But it adds a lot of story content to the game. It adds a lot of additional just stuff to do. The game's already Fallout 4 is already like a 100+ hour game as it is. This adds another between 60 to 80 hours of content, again, depending on how fast you go through everything, and it's all integrated into the story. There's a couple of bits that are like a little isolated in their pockets, but for the most part, it's all integrated in, including the two biggest ones are Sim Settlements 2, which adds a huge storyline that itself is about 30 to 40 hours, where you start building up the settlements in a big, basically, kind of you become a nation state in the Commonwealth, and it brings you into conflict with another faction. I won't spoil that part, but I've seen enough of that mod to know. I don't know all the mods is the thing. That's the reason why I wanted to add all these mods, is it'll make Fallout 4 a fresh experience to me, because Fallout 4 is a game I know very well. Probably the only game I know better is Mass Effect 1. But it is a fun way to just add a lot of freshness into the game, and a lot of it's integrated. The other big mod that's in this is America Rising 2, which adds a fifth faction to the game, the Enclave, which, if you're a Fallout fan, you know is the remnants of the American government from before the war, who were basically this tight-knit conspiracy to survive the nuclear apocalypse and to take over afterwards and try to reinstate their power in both Fallout 2 and Fallout 3. So they're basically a full fifth faction in the game, where they are tries to reestablish the power. You can join them and take out the Institute using the Enclave, or you can oppose them and take the Enclave out using the Minutemen, the Brotherhood of Steel, or the Institute. So that's another fun addition to the game that adds in. And again, there's also there's 20 plus story quest mods in the game. So there's a lot of new content in it, and that's the point. There's also a lot of graphical refresh mods, some quality of life, a lot of new equipment, a lot of new NPCs, a lot of new stuff to do. And I have played just a little bit of this to make sure it works, because there are a couple of bugs, and we might run into a couple during the stream, which I do know how to take care of the ones that show up in the early game, at least until you get out of the vault. But one that's going to show up that's a bug that just cannot be avoided is one of them adds a lot of growth to the wasteland, a lot of greenery, a lot of plant life. And it loads in the pre-war section, so you're going to see a lot of weeds in the street and a lot of overgrowth that shouldn't be there, and I frankly didn't have time to figure out how to fix that, and I didn't want to mess with disabling and re-enabling mods in the middle of the game, in the middle of a save, because that can cause a lot of problems, and save corruption is an issue that might come up, so I didn't want to screw that up. Anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. And that continues for my old game. We're going to start a new one. So we're starting completely from scratch. Welcome to the opening cinematic, Fallout 4. Oh, I have to enter it twice. No, there it went. And again, you can tell there's a lot of mods in this because it's going to... I've got a beefy system. You see my specs in my About page, and you can see how long this is going to take to load. Oh, here we go. Fuck me running, this one's happening again. So the game just crashed. Whee! Let's see if we can figure out why that's happening. Because normally... I thought I had this one fixed for sure. What we're going to do is we're going to redeploy the mods real quick. Make sure the load editor hasn't screwed up any. By resorting that. Just waiting for the mods to finish sorting themselves so we can try relaunching and try again. Again, sorry about this, folks, but like I said, over 900 mods in a game that's already known for its instability. To be frank, I've tried to do what I can to keep it as stable as possible, but we're probably going to have some crashes. Let's try this again. Come on, please work, please work, please work, please work. And still loading, still loading, still loading. Sorry, there's actually a little icon that's showing that it is still loading. It's in the bottom that my face is covering right now. So I don't want to pull out of it. I don't want to tab out of it because it might make things worse. Okay. Loading again, loading again, loading again. Yes! We're at least going to make it through the opening cinematic this time.
War.
War never changes.
War never changes.
Fuck the timing on that.
In the year 1945, My great-great-grandfather, serving in the army, wondered when he'd get to go home to his wife and the son he'd never seen. He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II by dropping atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. The world awaited Armageddon. Instead, something miraculous happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power. People enjoyed luxuries once thought the realm of science fiction. Domestic robots, fusion-powered cars, portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource. The entire world unraveled. Peace became a distant memory. It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself, for my wife, for my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing, it's that war never changes.
Okay, this is going to be one of the things that's going to be a weirdness about this, that we're going to get a chance to talk, and I've got an idea of what to kill the time with, but once we're done with character creation, don't touch shit for 5 minutes, or else it'll corrupt the save. Which it still can do even if you don't move, but I've got a timer here, and don't worry, character creation is not going to take very long. I've got a preset loaded.
War never changes.
You're gonna knock him dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, hun.
You think?
Absolutely. Now get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
I'm going to leave Nate as he is and swap out for
My turn,
Nora,
big guy.
who's not actually named Nora. Her name is going to be Alex. We're going to go to the presets. Come on, presets. And make sure everything loaded in right the way I wanted it. Come on. Oh, shit, fuck. One wrong key, that's all it took. F. Well, it's not working right, but anyway. Anyway, so I've got her set up, so didn't have to spend an hour in character creation. However, we're going to have to spend 5 minutes sitting completely still to let all these mods load. So as soon as we finish... Okay. No, we're not going to enable the spot tree. I don't have any other things starting up, but I just don't want to mess with the spouse as a companion thing. 5 minutes to just sit here. And as you can see, this is loading just a bunch of stuff. That's a lot of the radio mods that I've got installed, some of the quest mods that are loading up. But the big thing is you just got to sit there and load a bunch of stuff for 5 minutes, and you can't touch anything or it can corrupt the save. But let's talk about my history with the Fallout franchise for a while. I started playing Fallout back in 1999 when I was in college. Just a couple years after the game came out, I played the first Fallout 1. And it was meh on the experience. I played for a couple hours for 2 days. Like, I got like 10 hours into it. Did most of the stuff in Shady Sands. Got to Junktown, did some stuff there, and got bored, played something else, and then never went back to it. Tried again with Fallout 2. Could not get past the Triple of Trials. Gave up on the whole freaking thing. Walked away. Fallout 3, played a bit of that. Shooting was janky, got annoying to me. There's a long story behind how the shooting works in Fallout 3. I'll talk about it when I actually stream Fallout 3. But there's an issue with the way shooting works in Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. It's not fun. But that put me off on it. I played like 10, 20 hours of that, did most of the stuff in Megaton, was wandering around the wasteland a bit. Got to check with something, didn't come back to it for a week, loaded up, said, okay, I have no idea what's going on anymore. I lost track of what all the quests are doing. I'll just start a new game, and then realized I didn't feel like starting a new game, and just didn't play it again. New Vegas, repeat. Same thing happened. Fallout 4, started playing it, and Fallout 4 is the one that got it hooks into me. That's the one where everything clicked into place. Gameplay's a lot better, the gunplay's a lot better, it looks a lot better, it's a lot more fun for me to play. I loved all the aspects of the gameplay, the settlement building, the crafting, all that stuff, the gameplay loop of salvage, return, dump your stuff off, craft, upgrade, so you can go for a little bit further when you're out salvaging stuff. It felt realistic, it felt like simulationist to me. I loved that. It felt good, and the quests were fun. I will talk about some of my opinions about the writing as we go through the game for the main quest, but a lot of the side quests were so much fun. That's when the Fallout franchise clicked for me, was with Fallout 4, even though I'd played all the other games. And then I went back and actually replayed Fallout 1, Fallout 2, Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, Tactics, Fallout Shelter, and Brotherhood of Steel. Those two I hate. Those are the only two in the franchise I do not like. Shelter is one of those mobile games that exists solely to try to suck up your money. It's full of frustrations that are built into the game that you can get around those frustrations by simply paying money. And it sucks. It's not fun. I had so many issues with it trying to get it advanced, trying to get it to work. Anyway, I hated that. Also, Brotherhood of Steel is actually so bad it's good. It is such a mid-2000s gaming experience. For one thing, Brotherhood of Steel was the first console game for the Fallout franchise. Interplay had just done Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance, which was their first console game, and they wanted to bring the Fallout franchise into their other big franchise into consoles because console market was blowing up at this time. This was Xbox One, PS2 era of console games. And they wanted to get in on that. They also felt that PC gaming was dying, which at the time it kind of was. It wouldn't get revitalized again for another 5 or 10 years. But the game they went with was a top-down beat-em-up style game, which was really weird. The only legacy of Brotherhood of Steel that has stuck around is the three main characters you have to choose from are a female vault dweller, a Brotherhood of Steel soldier, and a ghoul. Sound familiar? Anyway, they had that game was so bad. The weirdest part of it was not only was it just full of these, it dumped all the witty satire and really trying to say something with commentary with all the dark humor, and just went pure edgelord with everything in the game. It was the most 2000s gamer-rific thing, up to the point that they even replaced Nuka-Cola with Balls Energy. I don't know if you remember Balls Energy Drink. There was an energy drink marketed to gamers, BAWLS. And instead of bottle caps from Nuka-Cola, you had bottle caps from Balls. There were Balls billboards all over the wasteland. It was kind of surreal, and that's why it's a so bad it's good game. The gameplay kind of sucks. The storyline is bullshit. The characters are edgelords and edgy. No, balls as in like testes balls. That was a slang term for I'll kick you in the balls. BAWLZ. It was like a hacker slang, like elite slang that was infesting gaming at the time. And this company went and marketed full-fledged on the gamer lifestyle thing, and Balls was the name of their product. I think it's still around. You might be able to still find it on shelves or order it online. But it was just so weird. You're walking down, you're used to seeing like these billboards that are kind of like snide and sarcastic and satirical of consumerist culture, which the game is kind of a commentary on in a lot of ways. And instead, you've got actual real-life in-game advertisements for Balls energy drink. And it's just like, I don't know if you're missing the point or if you got the point so hard that you went all in on it and played it so straight that it's just, that's why it's so bad it's good. It is not a fun game to play in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion, but it is a fun game to have experienced. So if you can find a copy online for, they're actually kind of pricey these days. They're like $50-$60 for an Xbox One game. But if you can find a copy, it is actually, I think it might be worth it to play if you can find one for a reasonable price. $50-$60, no. If you can find one for like $5, $10, $20, like at a yard sale or something, grab it. Or like a used bookstore that doesn't know what they've got on their hands. Like sometimes you find them in half-price books and stuff like that. Grab it then. I'm not going to advocate for emulating a game because that's technically piracy, but I'm not going to say not do that. But I will say it's a game that you might want, if you're a big Fallout fan, it is something you probably want to experience once. Tactics is another game I really liked. It was a fun game, but it didn't really capture the Fallout experience to me because Fallout to me isn't about warfare in that way, because Tactics is a tactical game. It is about large-scale combat over. It's like it was almost like a predecessor to stuff like well, it's still turn-based. I wouldn't say Total War, but those kind of paint the map style games. And I felt that isn't the right fit for Fallout. Fallout works better at a kind of a smaller scale, and the factions are who operate the big scale, because you're playing as the Brotherhood of Steel in that game, so you are playing at a big scale, but it just doesn't feel right. Fallout games should be focused on one little locale or one person's problems going across a large area. Like in Fallout 1 or 2, you're working in a pretty large area, but it's all about your struggles and the one or two antagonists. First one's the Master, the second one's the Enclave. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. We have given enough time to load, so let's go ahead, stop my timer, and let's go ahead and see what the game looks like. And this is one thing that's kind of, when you hear them talk about Codsworth, they still have his box.
Let Codsworth take care of it.
Yeah. Give it to us. I see in the back of the Umbroxo boxes. Not for consumption. Don't you tell me what to do. I'll eat what I want. I actually went and bought a little replica radio that looks kind of like these just because of Fallout. It's not exactly the same. I think I've got it sitting... And the green screen might be screwed with a little bit. I love this thing. It's actually a shortwave radio too, which I can't get any shortwave stations in, but it's fun to have and it looks neat. And it also works as an MP3 player and Bluetooth speaker. But I just love that. Fallout's got me hooked on this mid-century modern look.
Broken again.
That's the thing. I want one with a dial that lights up like that.
No need to get dressed twice.
I just wanted you to change your outfit because the one you're wearing is kind of meh. Just going around looking at some of the stuff because you kind of have to kill some time for events to happen.
173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection.
Coffee should really be brewed about closer to 200 degrees Fahrenheit, but whatever.
Grognak the Barbarian and the Jungle of the Bat Babies. More of the same. Now who left those here?
Apparently neither of them smoke.
It's a little early to be drinking.
Yeah, it's only what, like 7-something in the morning?
Good old US of A. Lot of late nights. It was worth it.
And that is... Can't read the name on it. Ooh, that's neat. I never noticed that before. There's not an actual name on her degree. That's a Nora's law degree.
Sugar bombs. 100% daily value of sugar. Looks like the milk got delivered.
We have a high of 52 on Monday. It also appear our troops stationed overseas are experiencing some unusual weather as well. Mamba Jiao, the nights are cold, unseasonably so for Southeast Asia. But for the 5th Infantry, that's...
Trying to see if there's anything else fun to look at. Ooh, did that mod... They did not install one of the mods I normally get, which is it fixes the globe texture.
It's that
Because this
sales
is a
thing.
real world
I
globe
don't know why it
texture.
keeps bothering you.
In Fallout, the United States has annexed Canada, so...
inescapably American.
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
That's what we're wandering around killing time for. This. And you can see the wild growth in the background already from that mod that didn't quite work.
Boston's swatting sultans will swing from
Vault Tech? Remind me again.
Why, we're about you, ma'am, and helping secure your future. You see, Vault-Tec is the foremost builder of state-of-the-art underground fallout shelters. Vaults, if you will. Luxury accommodations where you can wait out the horrors of nuclear devastation. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days. It's a matter of utmost urgency, I assure you.
What's so important?
Why, nothing less than your entire future. If you haven't noticed, ma'am, this country has gone to heck in a handbasket. If you'll excuse my language, the big kaboom is... It's inevitable, I'm afraid, and coming sooner than you may think, if you catch my meaning. Now, I know you're a busy woman, so I won't take up much of your time. Time being, a precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family's service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault. Vault 111.
But I have a family. You can fit us all, right?
Of course, of course. Minus your robot, naturally.
Naturally.
In fact, you're already cleared for
No dogs
entrance.
in the vault.
It's just a matter of verifying some information. Don't want there to be any holdups in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. Won't take but a moment.
Tell me more about this vault.
Oh, it has all the amenities of the modern home, I assure you. Not to mention total protection from nuclear radiation and hostile mutants. A better future underground. It's not only our mission, it's our passion.
The apocalypse? Well, hell, sign me up.
Ha ha! That's the spirit. Now, let's see.
All right. I forgot to have this little bit pulled up in the side window so I can see, but I've already got the character planned out for several levels. And go back to the game. Hopefully that didn't screw anything up. Alex, short for Alexandria. Alexandra. But God, come on. Strength 2. Perception 3, which is going to increase to 4 with the quick acquisition of the bobblehead coming up. Endurance 4 to get some hit points going. Charisma going up to 6. Right, no. 4 for intelligence, 5 for agility, and 4 for luck that we're going to increase to 5 with the special book later on. And as you can tell from this build, I'm going for a bit of a Charisma VATS build. And I do have a background that explains all this. Like, it's actually... I wrote a 2,000-page fanfic about this character's background. Anyway, I am going with the conventional idea of Nora is a former JAG officer in the United States Army. She was one of the legal team. She joined the Army to help pay her fees to go to law school afterwards. And so she acted as a lawyer within the government as a military soldier. So she went through basic training. That's why she knows how to use power armor. She's trained on these weapons. She knows some civil engineering because that's what she went to school for. She wanted to get into politics. That's why she went to the Army, to pay for her school, to become a lawyer, to go into politics. So that gives a lot of explanation to a lot of the stuff that doesn't make sense for the female sole survivor in Fallout 4. It makes sense for Nate to know how to do civil engineering because he would be trained in the Army for that. It makes sense for him to know how to use power armor. They get power armor training during the Battle of Alaska, or Battle of Anchorage. Would have known how to use all these weapons and everything. Would have known how to use even heavy weapons like the Fat Man and the minigun. Nora makes no sense for her as a wife, mother, lawyer to have all those skills. Unless you use the headcanon that a lot of people have, that she was a JAG officer in the military, and that's where Nate and Nora met, where they were both military veterans. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and accept.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault.
Oh, shit.
Congratulations
I think I
on
forgot to
being
set something.
prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Hey, it's peace of...
Sorry. I forgot to set something very... There we go. You're going to be playing on survival. Yes. And I'm going to tweak the survival mode in a bit. Because I do have a mod for that.
That's
so.
worth a little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
And we're about to run into
have
what
my
may be
moments.
one of the other opening crash bugs.
Miss Alex,
Where when you play with Sean, it can crash the game.
he absolutely refuses to calm down. I think he needs some of that maternal affection you seem to be so good at.
Go ahead, honey. I'll be there in a second to help, okay?
And I just made a quick save just in case so we can load back to this point. But that's another bug that can happen because of one of the graphical overhaul bugs can cause sometimes an issue with Sean where it won't load his giggle
My boy isn't
correctly.
giving his mother any trouble, is he? Hey, I fixed that mobile.
Yes,
on his
we avoided
screen
that
the other
bug.
day. Why don't you give it a spin?
It always happens before the mobile.
That's my boy, on his best behavior, just like his dad. Well, most of the time, anyway. Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
And do what, exactly?
Sir, Mum, you should come and see this.
Codsworth? What's wrong?
I mean, it's only about, what, 10-something in the morning on October 23rd, 2077. Nothing could possibly be going wrong.
Yes, followed by flashes,
What's up, Ron Perlman?
lightning flashes, sounds of explosions. We're trying to get confirmation.
What?
We seem to have lost
What did he
contact
say?
with our affiliate stations.
Oh no.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports. I repeat, confirmed reports of nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Damn, that was fortunate timing if the
need
Vault
to get
Tech
to the
guy
vault.
came up that
Now!
soon.
I've got Sean. Let's go.
So, Nate's holding Sean right now, and as we're running, I'm going to explain a fun little bug. For one thing, if you spend too much time dicking around, just looking at the pre-world world, which a lot of players did at the, long-time Fallout fans, spend a lot of time just looking around because it's our first look at pre-war America. We've only seen it in other games after the bombs dropped. But if you spend too long, the bombs go off and you die. If you try to leave Sanctuary by crossing the bridge, the bombs go off and you die.
Get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me. Okay. I'm reporting this.
If you're in the program,
We need to get in. We're on the list.
I love how angry she is about that.
Adult male, adult female.
She's
Okay,
just
go
challenging that guy
Thank you.
to say she's not on the list when she just got on the
What's gonna
list.
happen to all those people outside the gate?
A few minutes ago.
Now keep moving.
That's one thing about this mod with the overgrowth. One, it doesn't make sense in the pre-war, and two, it makes the path up here hard to see when it's really clear in the other one.
Almost there. Is Sean okay?
He's fine. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Oh my God!
Uh-oh. Yes, now! Send it down now! Please hurry! Hurry! Faster! Oh shit, too late. We've already been irradiated. So a lot of the plot of the main quest makes no sense because of that dramatic timing, but screw it. It actually isn't as bad as it seems. Lots of science stuff. I actually got into a lot of atomic science and a lot of atomic physics and the history of Cold War because of the Fallout franchise. And
no need to worry, folks.
a big plot point is that Sean has never been exposed to radiation the way that people on the surface have. So that becomes a key point of the main plot. I'm not going to spoil it too much. I might run into spoilers later on. I'm going to try to go as long as I can without spoiling everything before we get to it. But that's a big plot point in the game. However, and a lot of people say that's a plot hole. That shockwave meant that you got blasted by the radiation that was from the bomb. However, the way atomic bombs work, the explanation is still plausible because of the types of radiation that come from a nuclear explosion and a nuclear bomb like that.
Head up the stairs.
But
got a lot to do to get you oriented.
But it requires a lot of math to explain that, and I don't have a whiteboard. So I barely have a green screen, as you can see. I had to move my light over here because I was making that shadow down here. But the goal is to have this setup cleared up in the next week or so. I am still working out a lot of kinks. It has been over 5 years since I have live streamed, so I apologize for a lot of the little problems that are coming up. Ooh, let me get this out of the way so I can see all the stuff over here on the dashboard. Thank you. No, I minimized you for a reason. Don't come back. There we go. Where's the game hiding? Okay.
Then head down the hall.
Okay. But yeah, I am still working. I'm working on getting more lighting, which has been a lot of my problems with the green screens getting the lighting fixed. Those are coming in tomorrow.
You'll need your suits before we can take you further.
As you can see, there's a mod for the Vault Tech suits. I'm not exactly thrilled
Just
with them,
follow the
but
doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
I really don't want to. This mod list is kind of delicate as it is. I don't want to mess with it too much by trying to fix the Vault suits. But
gone.
What can you do?
Everything we had.
My mother and father.
Oh, you're gonna love it here. This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't great, mind you. Oh, we'll be going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through.
Okay, orientation. That'll be good. I have a lot of questions.
Prepared for the future, right?
And all your neighbors are basically freaking out in different ways, which is, it's actually, I probably should have stopped and listened to them all because the little conversations show a lot of different realistic reactions to what's going on. Like, people are kind of freaking out.
It'll be
Oh,
okay.
one thing I want to talk about while
Mommy's right
before we
here.
get started is you see
Honey?
how he's holding,
Could you help me?
Sean. The way the game is coded, well, let me comfort Sean.
Who's my little guy? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
Baby Sean is an article of clothing.
There she is.
He actually fills the same spot as the
All
Pip
set?
Boy does
Just
later
step
on.
inside and put on your vault suit.
So, what happens is if I use the console commands to spawn in an enemy, Nate will attack because this NPC is coding for his AI is to attack monsters. So if I spawn in like ghouls or Deathclaw even, he will start attacking. And since he doesn't have a weapon, he will attack unarmed. And because of the way that is coded and animated and the way it sits on him, because it's not attached to his left arm, it's attached to his right arm where the feet, where Baby Sean's feet are attached to him, that's where he's attached. So what it looks like is he comes out swinging, and he will smack the crap out of the bad guys with Baby Sean. There are videos of it on YouTube. I suggest looking them up. I might have some in my clips that play during the break times in the starting soon screen. So when I go on break, it might come up. But if you get a chance, if not, look it up on YouTube. It's hilarious just to watch Nate smacking the crap out of a Deathclaw with Baby Sean as a club. All right, let's get into this decontamination pod. Nothing could possibly go wrong here. It's obviously just a decontamination pod. I don't know why there's frost everywhere on it, but
Pressurize you before we head deeper in the vault. Just relax.
Time for a whole new life.
that makes sense. You don't want to get the bins in the vault.
Secure. Occupant vitals normal. Procedure complete.
Oh, that occupant vital is normal when I'm sitting here hyperventilating.
4, 3, 2, 1. Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Cryogenic what? Uh-oh. Oh, no.
This is the one. Here.
Sorry, I thought the game froze for a moment. Kellogg was just taking his sweet damn time getting over here. Sorry, the mysterious figure was taking his sweet damn time.
Is it over?
Let me out.
Are we okay?
Let me out.
Everything's going to be fine.
Let me out.
Come on here. No, come here.
I got it. Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
Let me out.
I'm not giving you Sean! Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have a backup.
Let me out.
Cryogenic sequence. Reinitialize.
No, don't reinitialize. No, God. How long has it been? How long will it be? How long was it frozen the second time? Months? Years? Decades? What?
All residents must vacate immediately.
Okay.
Malfunction in cryopod manual release override.
Why would Vault-Tec do this?
Why would Vault-Tec do this? I wonder. Maybe there'll be some terminal somewhere that will explain everything. There's a terminal down here. Let me see what I can find out. Control is disabled, so I can't open any of them anyway if I wanted to. Aside from Nates, I can't open Nates, but I'm not for a reason. There is a mod where you can get Sean, you can revive Nate as a companion using Curie. She helps you out and revives him. I'm not sure if it loaded or not. That's what that yes or no thing that came up at the start was. I selected no because I don't like that idea, but that mod may be part of this, and if you open his cryopod, he dies. For real, for good, for forever. If you leave it closed, there is a chance to possibly resurrect him. Modern science has advanced. Stimpack his bullet wound away. So, yeah, I'm gonna leave him in his cryopod. I know that means sacrificing getting one of the wedding rings, but I'd rather keep the chance if necessary. Anyway, life support offline. Premature termination. Pod occupant status. Okay. This is Callahan. Dead. Asphyxiation. Mr. Callahan. Dead. Asphyxiation. Mr. Abel. Dead. Asphyxiation. I'm starting to see a pattern here. Mrs. Abel. Asphyxiation. Did Nate die of asphyxiation? Unknown. Someone manually overrid. And then what happened to me? Unknown. Remote override engaged. So someone who is not on site opened my pod. And the last one was asphyxiation. Okay, let's get out of here. That was not one of the more interesting terminals in this vault. Okay, this is also going to be fun. Because this is my first time playing on survival. Seriously, normally I've modded it to change up. I played survival, but I've modded a lot of the difficulty away. This is regular, plain old vanilla survival for the moment. I haven't made any mods and changes to it yet. So, one thing about survival mode is everything hits harder. You hit harder, the bad guys hit harder. Everyone did it. Gonna need that ceramic shortly. Stim back here. And we, of course, are taking everything because pretty much everything will come in handy some way. Security terminal. Maybe we can find out a little bit more about who did that remote override or what's going on. Okay, Vault 11 security instructions. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of a suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Really? We're going to talk about that when I get to the Overseer's terminal. Security staff are responsible for maintaining installation integrity and monitoring science staff activity. Under no circumstances are staff allowed to deviate from assigned duties. Insubordination or interference with vault operations are capital offenses. Security staff are authorized to use lethal force. Operations Protocol Manual. Residence admittance. Upon activation notice from Vault-Tec, all personnel are required to report to the entry area and assist with admittance of Vault residents. Security personnel will maintain order and ensure no personnel or residents attempt to evacuate the Vault. Research staff will be responsible for resident intake and escort each to the designated cryogenic pod. Residents not accounted for in the manifest should be asked to step aside and detained forcefully by security if necessary. Once all residents have been sealed in their preservation chambers, dispose of any detainees. Vault entry must remain sealed under any circumstances. That's suspicious. All clear and evacuation. Here's where we start getting fun with this vault. Staff all clear message. Following a nuclear event, Vault-Tec will monitor hazards such as radiation levels, enemy invasion, subsequent attacks, and other factors. Once conditions are deemed safe, the terminal will receive an all-clear notice. Upon receiving the all-clear notice, Vault-Tec personnel may be evacuated at overseer discretion. Disregard any notices from organizations or individuals not associated with Vault-Tec, including government and military. Because Vault-Tec knew about the Enclave and didn't want the Enclave sticking their nose in some of the Vault experiments. They got their hands in some of them, but not all of them. Residents are not to be disrupted or evacuated. Vault-Tec will attend to their needs remotely once Vault 11 staff has been evacuated, so there is remote access built into the system. Mandatory shelter period. Vault 11 is classified as a short-term assignment. Non-resident personnel are expected to carry out research duties and basic maintenance of the vault while awaiting an all-clear signal to evacuate. In the absence of an all-clear message from Vault-Tec, the Overseer may elect to evacuate staff after a mandatory shelter period of 180 days of containment. That's 6 months. Under no circumstances may Vault 111 staff evacuate during this shelter period unless receiving an all-clear message from Vault-Tec. There is absolutely no way after a nuclear incident that there is going to be an all-clear in just 6 months. There's a reason why. In Fallout 76, you don't leave the vault for 25 years. That is the minimum for strontium levels from fallout after a nuclear explosion to decrease the levels so the surface can be repopulated safely. Not waiting at least 25 years before opening an underground vault like this is basically just wanting to get irradiated. You are begging to get radiation poisoning to some degree. How much depends on distance from the bomb, weather conditions, weather patterns, stuff like that. But what fallout actually is when a nuclear bomb explodes. You see the mushroom cloud go, boom. It is not just pulling up the explosion going in there, it's also pulling up debris, all the stuff it is blowing up, the buildings that are disintegrating, the people that are disintegrating, and the ground itself is getting sucked up into the air from the heat as it goes up. And then the mushroom cloud itself, so what happens is that explosion is going straight up, and then it's hitting the lower levels of the lower part of the upper levels of the atmosphere. It's about to go into space at that point. And because the air density is different, it starts spreading out into that mushroom. So it goes whoop, and then goes out. That's why the smaller explosions getting the little mushroom clouds doesn't quite make sense, because it's about that explosion hitting the lower stratosphere and spreading out. The thing is, all that dirt and debris and detritus from the explosion has all been irradiated by the nuclear reaction. The radiation from that. specific elements that are coming. A lot of them are really short-lived half-lives, so they're not that dangerous. The big dangerous one is strontium-30. That has a half-life of 15 years. That means every 15 years, half of it has decayed into another element that is not it usually means it's not radioactive, but it decays into another element. In this case, strontium decays into something that isn't radioactive. Is it strontium-30 or strontium-45? I can't remember. Anyway, nuclear physics is not my area of expertise. I just happen to know a lot about it from reading a lot of books about it and reading a lot of stuff about this. Anyway, what happens is what fallout is falling out from the sky is all of this dust that's been irradiated by the nuclear explosion. That's why the big danger of that is actually just getting it on you, getting on your clothes, on your face, or anything. Your exposed skin. You're supposed to, if you happen to go out during this time, strip off any of your clothing you have, jump immediately into a shower, and scrub vigorously for 15 minutes to make sure you clean off everything so that it lowers your chance of radiation poisoning from that radioactive material that you may have gotten. It also will get into the water supply. It gets into the groundwater. It gets into the water supply by going into the rivers and lakes and oceans. It stays in the atmosphere, kind of hovering, the way dust kind of can hover in the air, because that's what this is. It's radioactive dust. And so on and so forth. But it takes time for that to decay and break down and settle down, for all of it to kind of settle down and fall down. Especially with wind conditions, it can be circulated for years. That is why the mandatory period, because it takes 15 years for it to half-life decay. It means half of it's decayed. 25% left is basically the baseline safe length. You want to stay in the vault for about 30 years. 25 is kind of close enough. At 6 months, practically none of that strontium has decayed yet, so it is incredibly radioactive everywhere there. So that's a giant mess. Do not want to get involved in that. And the fact that the all clear message in this is only 6 months is sabotage in itself. Anyway, lecture done. So don't know what we're going to need once we're out on the surface, so might as well grab everything, huh? The hell is that thing? Die!
Giant roaches? What the hell?
Well, I mean, roaches would survive a nuclear event. Okay, from Shigdoxin 23. I can't stand it. I know who planned it. I'm telling all of y'all it's sabotage. The Beastie Boys knew all about Vault Tech. They were trying to warn us. Anyway, welcome to the chat. Thanks for that. That was a good one. Flip lighter. Give me the flip lighter. That's oil and that's a spring. I think this is the only circuit in copper you get out of here is this stupid hot plate. This hot plate is critical. Never forget that plug. Now, this is another cool thing in survival mode. All those bottles I just picked up, those are now purified water. Or they would be if this was working right. I don't think it's working quite yet. I also don't think I took any damage from that, so I don't know why I'm drinking. Anyway. But normally what happens is that'll actually fill and become water. But yeah, expect a lot of little lectures like that throughout the stream. I've read too much about the apocalypse and nuclear science, the research involved, the science involved, and all this, just because I'm a big history buff anyway, and Fallout got me interested in that area of history. And oh my god, there are so many stories about Cold War nuclear research I have no idea how we survived as a species. I swear. Okay. Overseer memo. That's a new one. See what that's all about. Remember, use of recreational terminal is a privilege. If work performance declines, this privilege may be revoked. Enjoy responsibly. And then this is a basically Donkey Kong game. I'm taking the tape, but we're not going to play it right now because I suck at Donkey Kong. But I have a reason for taking the tape, and it's one of the mods. Oh, I'm sorry. No, that's not even a mod. That's something you can construct. You can build your own arcade machines in the game if you have the tape for a game. So that just gives me that to build them later. Anyway, giant roaches. And thank you, Rad Roach, for your sacrifice and telling me that generators... Wait, nope, you didn't get sacrificed. There you go. That roach just informed me that electricity sparks like that are bad and to walk around. Ah, crap, there's still another one here. That one was hiding in the shadows. Get over here. Holy shit, I've never seen one take the skeleton before. Okay, I kind of wanted the experience, but whatever. Did you move on your own afterwards? Stay dead! As much as I could probably use that rad roach meat on survival mode, I ain't risking it. Hold still. Oh, I did take... That is one hit from a rad roach, by the way. That's how much hit point damage that does in survival mode. Like I said, everything gets harder. But we have a source of infinite safe healing here in the vault because all the sinks and water fountains are untainted water. They're all pure water. It just may take some time to drink enough water to heal that much damage. I think it's only healing 3 hit points of damage at a time. And I think that one hit did about 30, 40, something like that. Jesus. Let's see, is this going to actually fill up the bottles? Because normally it would show up if you've added purified water to your inventory and you've lost a glass. So it's not working quite yet. I have to wait until I get to the settlement to be able to do that. Okay, Overseer Vault is safe. Stim packs. I'm gonna loot everything because again we're gonna have fun digging through the Overseer's Vault to find out what really happened with this one. Ooh, a lab coat.
Excellent.
Oh, I've also got a whole bunch of new perk magazines are hidden all over the game now. So that is a new one. Sex appeal perk level up. Plus 1% bonus in persuasion. That's actually good because this is a charisma build. That's one of the surprising things for me because I didn't know it was going to do that. Which is nice. Yeah, some of this is randomized. That one always has more rounds of ammo. Okay, we're gonna play. I can't play. It didn't play. I don't have anything to play it on yet because I don't have a Pip-Boy yet. Okay, we are gonna take the eyeglasses because that's gonna be fun. We'll need that in a moment, but it's not gonna play yet. Oh, I might be able to play them on the terminal, so that'll help. Nope, this one doesn't take holotapes. The Overseer instructions. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on unaware human subjects. Your staff will be on short-term assignment to monitor basic cardiopulmonary and cognitive functions. Long-term monitoring will be handled remotely by Vault Tech technicians. Under no circumstances is suspension to be disrupted. This includes the administration of life-saving measures. Your staff is also considered expendable. Insubordination or attempts to evacuate prematurely are capital violations. Unused cryogenic pods are the preferred method for cadaver disposal. So I'm going to skip the Kryler. That's he finally gets to work on this project, which is that frost gun that's back there that I can't get to until I get a better thing. The operations protocol manual. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. I think this is the same. Yeah, that's the same thing as the one before. So we're backing out of that. That's just in case you missed the other terminal and you wanted to get the lore. Overseer's log. Here we go. Preparations. Final staff orientation is complete. All but a few of the residents down in Sanctuary Hills have been enrolled, and several from Concord as well. The Vault Tech supervisors came up this weekend to do a technical review with me. This vault is ready to open. I can only imagine what wonders our residents will get to witness. The notion of leaping forward in time, I almost wish I could join them and see the promise of our future realized, except for the fact that anyone who's in this vault is going to awake to a future that is in a post-apocalyptic nuclear hellscape. Not some kind of like sci-fi Jetsons future. Oh boy. Excuse me just a moment. Sorry for the mild delay here. I got something to take care of real fast. Come on. I have a plugin. There we go. Bye-bye. Getting follows is not the hard part. Getting viewers is. Anyway. Where was I? I'll come back to it, I'm sure. It happened. We were lucky that most of the staff was nearby when the early warning came through. We had less notice than expected, but only Nordhagen was missing when we sealed the entrance. Resident admittance went smoothly, everyone made it, even the family that waited until the last minute. I was worried there would be more suspicion, but things happened so fast for these people. They must have been too overwhelmed to question the cryogenic pods. You told us they were decontamination pods. That's why we didn't question anything. How are we supposed to know? I've never seen a cryogenic pod before, neither had any of these people. Systems malfunction. That sounds bad. Strange issue today with Pod C3. Subject appeared to be having cardiac palpitations. Nothing like threatening, but unusual. We realized almost too late that the pod was malfunctioning. The cryogenic array almost started thawing her out. We're not sure, but I suspect a hiccup in Vault Tech's remote override system may have sent out an errant signal. We'll have to keep an eye out. I hope their systems are reliable once we evacuate the staff. Supplies running low. There's been no all-clear signal yet, even though we're nearing the end of the 180-day mandatory shelter period. Supplies were never intended to last much longer than that. And despite my best efforts, people are beginning to question what we're doing down here. If people think we can just leave when the 160 days up or 180 days are up, they're insane. The reactive exposure would still be potent enough to fry everyone if the vault seals are breached that early. Duh. No one thought of this before? The whole point of the all-clear was to receive additional instructions from the main office. I don't know what to do. I can't open the vault. I can't expect our supplies to last forever. I just have to keep everything under control until the all-clear. Mutiny. He did not keep everything under control until the all-clear. A faction led by security personnel have turned on me, demanding that they be allowed to leave the vault. Idiots! I will not open the doors to be irradiated to death out there. I'm consolidating the remaining supplies, putting staff on lockdown. We're going to have to start prioritizing who deserves what little food we have left. We're too damn generous with the rations. If people don't like it, well, that's fewer mouths to feed. And you notice, I picked up the gun on the desk with the ammo next to the Overseer's corpse. And a bullet hole in the ground. A couple of them, in fact. There's a little fight that broke out here. And I noticed that no one else is dead, so Vault Tech didn't win this fight. Anyway. Oh, I forgot to unlock the damn door. But it gives me time to explain what I think happened with Vault 111, because we've got all the information now. Huh.
Security's too tight.
That terminal's from a mod. Cool. Anyway. Sorry, I forgot to open evacuation tunnel. That's kind of important. But my theory on what happened with Vault 11, and it's not just my theory, a bunch of people have this one, is that the experiment was not the cryogenic freezing as it says there. Vault-Tec had cryogenic technology. We know this for a fact from two places, specifically within this game and the Fallout TV series. One, in Nuka World, we find the frozen head of, oh god, I'm trying to remember his name, but the guy who founded Nuka-Cola. He's in Nuka World. He was cryogenically preserved. So they knew it worked well enough. Brad Burton, that's his name. They knew well enough that he was able to trust it enough to use it. Two, we know from the Fallout TV show, spoilers, that's a big plot point there, that cryogenic freezing is a thing. It works well enough that Vault-Tec seriously trusts the technology. Long-term freezing is not the experiment because Vault-Tec already knew it worked. There's no reason to test that. But they were testing because the vaults, all the other vaults, have been designed for long-term use. They were supplied with supplies to last years, decades, literal centuries. There are vaults that were still sealed centuries after. Vault 101 from Fallout 3 was sealed for 200 years after the bombs fell. And yet, still had food and supplies, and we still had things like sealed products of sugar bombs and cram. And the other Blamco mac and cheese, they still had all this stuff. Vault 4 in the TV show had all these things. They were stocked for centuries. So why would Vault 111 only have 6 months of supplies if the experiment wasn't on the residents, but on the staff, to find out what would happen in a situation where they had cryogenic pods that were not to be disturbed in any situation with a staff that ran out of resources while being unable to leave. Now, the reason why I think this is the experiment is because a lot of the experiments are all based around the idea that the Enclave had, and Mr. House had this as well, that the way to survive the nuclear apocalypse was to spread to the stars, to create a generation ship, or otherwise a spaceship that would go into outer space and then fly out. The experiments were basically designed to figure out the best way to test to make sure all these things work, so that at some point in the future, centuries after the atomic war, they would be able to build these arc ships and leave Earth. That's the kind of thing they would need to do. Freeze people who are alive now and make sure that the caretakers of them while in deep space, where they couldn't escape for their own sake, didn't want to mess with the pods, don't leave the pods alone. That was the experiment, to see what would happen if they left it alone. And of course, it failed. There was a mutiny, and we're going to see the aftermath of that mutiny in just a moment. Although we have a bunch of stuff to take care of first. Come on, what the hell? The sight's that off on this thing? There. Oh, fuck me. Fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. Oh, nope, there's still more. Shit. I panicked a bit there at the end. No, I'm not trying to... I'm trying to reload my damn gun. There. That's one of the UI mods that lets you take everything by clicking R. Still more clicking. There's still more of those damn things down here. I hear the little skitter noises. Yes, I know to hit R to take the gun. That's a base game where if you're hovering over, you hit R. Anyway. Was there another? Nope, there's no other loop in there, just the roach meat. Come on, come on. Yes! Got one for once. There's going to be at least one more. Be crawling out of... Come on. Come on, you bastard. I know you're in there. Ah, shit. Tripped over the damn skeleton. Let's see, another dead vault tech. This would be one of the security because he knows he's not wearing a lab coat.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Now, here's a funny thing about the game. I don't know if any of the mods I do will patch this out, but in the base game, at least, when you get these skeletons...
Is this all that's left?
There's a bunch of stock lines they'll say. And they will say them even if you come back here after you've explored the wasteland. Give me that boy. This is something that's irked me for a long time. She wipes the dust off in that one little spot, and then it cleans off automatically everywhere else. They couldn't have fixed that somehow. One of the patches, one of the mods, something could have adjusted that. Anyway, I do have a cheat terminal. I'm not going to use it unless I absolutely have to. Okay, let's see all the stuff I've got. Eyeglasses gives me +1 perception. Vault Tech lab coat. Oh, I gotta have it's a lab coat or the jumpsuit. Correctly, I need the defense right now more than I need the intelligence. And then those holotapes I had, where are they? Ooh, it didn't keep the other holotape that I found. Interesting.
To be frank, Dr. Magnuson, we're all rather relieved to have you here. Our last technical review was hardly glowing, and things have only gotten worse. Oh, do you mind? I'm recording on my Pip-Boy for future citation, you understand.
That's how far it made me go around everything. But I already alluded
can
that.
start right away. Now, we've actually been using your past research as reference, so a lot of what we've done should be familiar.
Yes, well, from what I've read, I'm not surprised you've been having problems. The pod's designs are hardly conventional.
Speaking of which, I understand you've already had a pod reserved for yourself. You must really believe in the project.
Yes. Well.
Here we are. The entrance to what will be Vault 111.
I'm not sure if that comes from a mod or not, to be honest. 'Cause that's not familiar to me. You already know there's at least one mod that takes me back here as part of the quest, because there's that master terminal to unlock at the vault on the Overseer's desk.
Please, stand back.
I always love these sequences in the game. All the clicking and clucking, and everything feels heavy. It's awesome. You notice it shines a spotlight right in your eyes to kind of get your eyes adjusting because you're about to go outside. Is there any extra stuff down here that I need to grab? Nope. We're just waiting on the elevator now. Nope, I like everything I did. We spent a lot of time on it beforehand, so yep, we're going to exit the vault.
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Okay. As soon as we get up here and we get that first moment, we are going to take a break and just here in a second. Because I want to make sure there's no crashes here either. Okay, we're configuring the Gun for Hire mod, which is a mercenary mod that has a bunch of raiding quests in the game. We're going to do reputation mode because build it up slowly, it's more fun. Yes, we're going to allow game events. Okay. It's going to load the Creation Club stuff, that's the Pyromaniac and all these. There's all those stations. Basically, the game is going to spin quite some... So we've got the nice... You see how beautiful the foliage is and the overgrowth is here? It's kind of cool. But as you can see, the game is loading a crap load of mods at this point. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to let all these load, and I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be back in just a few minutes.
Or 1240 on your radio. Conelrad.
I always like to end on a positive note, so here is a rousing, uplifting song which is guaranteed to cheer you up. When you attend a funeral, it is sad to think that sooner or later those you love will do the same for you. And you may have thought it tragic, not to mention other adjectives, to think of all the weeping they will do. But don't you worry, no more ashes, no more sackcloth, and an armband made of black cloth will someday nevermore adorn a sleeve. For if the bomb that drops on you gets your friends and neighbors too, there'll be nobody left behind to grieve, and we will all go together when we go. What a comforting fact that is to know. Universal bereavement and inspiring achievement. Yes, we all will go together when we go. We will all go together when we go. All suffused with an incandescent glow. No one will have the endurance to collect on his insurance. Lloyds of London will be loaded when they go. We will all fry together when we fry. We'll be French fried potatoes by and by. There will be no more misery when the world is our rotisserie. Yes, we all will fry together when we fry. We will all bake together when we bake. There'll be nobody present at the wake. With complete participation in that grand incineration, nearly 3 billion hunks of well-done steak. We will all char together when we char, and let there be no moaning of the bar. Just sing out a Te Deum when you see that ICBM, and the party will be come as you are. We will all burn together when we burn. There'll be no need to stand and wait your turn. When it's time for the fallout and St. Peter calls us all out, we'll just drop our agendas and adjourn. We will all go together when we go. Every Hottentot and every Eskimo. When the air becomes Uranus, we will all go simultaneous. Yes, we all will go together when we all go together. Yes, we all will go together when we go.
and Tom Lehrer's We Will All Go Together When We Go is actually kind of perfect for this moment. That was completely random. That playlist has about 500 different items on it, so the fact that it came up right now is kind of brilliant luck. But this is the mod configuration manager, which we are going to go in and tweak some of the settings for the survival mode real fast. Survival configuration menu. Boop. So main settings. Yeah, we're going to keep all the hardcore stuff on. Adrenaline's going to be the same. Can't carry is going to be the same. Companions. We're turning off. We're keeping the companion weight carry reduction because that was part of the limitations of the survival mode that I do like. Companion heal we're turning off for 2 reasons. One, I don't really like the idea of you have what this is in survival mode. There are a lot of changes that it makes to the game that I think makes the game a huge improvement. It fixes a lot of the issues that seem weird about Fallout 4. Settlement mode, the fact that you can craft food and stuff when stim packs are freaking everywhere. Why would you want to eat food? Anyway, survival mode as it makes a lot of the wasteland feel a little bit more chaotic because you have to actually explore it. There's no fast travel. You can only save when you go to bed, which adds a lot of tension to the game. The adrenaline system is a risk-reward management session of it, where it's a feature where you get a perk that for every so many kills you get, you build up where your damage increase. You get 5%, 10%, 15%, so on, until it gets to adrenaline of 10, where you're doing 50% more damage. The trick is you can only save when you go to sleep in a bed or a sleeping bag. And the longer you sleep, the more it reduces your adrenaline, and it reduces it by a lot. Like, I think if you're adrenaline 10, sleeping just 4 hours will wipe it all out. Or something, even like 3 hours, something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head what the way it works. But anyway, the exact numbers in the math for it. But it's a real risk-reward thing. Do you keep pressing forward when you've got high adrenaline, knowing that you're going to have that extra damage boost to have a little bit more punch in your fight when you're fighting stuff, and risk possibly dying and losing possibly an hour or more of gameplay because you haven't been able to save? That adds a lot to the game. There's a couple that adds disease risk. You don't want to do risky things like injecting yourself with Rad-X or not Rad-X. Rad-X is a pill. Radaway is intravenous. Injecting yourself with an IV when you're out in the field, that is risky to get a disease. Stim packs are an injection. You're risking getting a disease when you do that. So it adds to that fatigue. If you don't sleep enough, it's going to cause problems. Hunger, thirst, all that. It just adds a lot to the game. But there are a couple of things that I don't like. One is, if you have companions and they go down, you have to heal them. If you don't, they will get mad at you and leave you. And it will take several in-game days before they're willing to travel with you again. That's no fun. Sometimes you just can't get to them. It kind of sucks, but that's just the way these combat sessions play out. So I'm turning that off for that reason. And for another reason is I've got a mod that lets you take more than one companion with you. There are going to be situations like if they get too close to a car that explodes, or a nuclear, or someone's got a fat man or something like that. There's going to be a couple of them down it all at once. I may not be able to get to all of them to heal them. I may not have enough stim packs on me because I can't take stim packs have weight now. So I may not have enough stim packs on me to do that. So I'm turning that feature off. I don't have to heal my companions now. Disease, fatigue, all that same. The other thing is save games. We're going to have auto saves. See if we can cancel. Okay, so with hard auto save is going to save as it is. I think there's a mod on here. Oh, there's time save. I can do that. Hard save key is going to be F7. F5 is for quick saves, so we're going to have all. There's no option for that, so we're going to do. Yeah, so we're going to keep that with F7. Time saves are going to be on. We're going to leave it at auto saves, and it's going to save every 5 minutes. So the reason for this is, again, there are so many mods, there are so many potentials for crashes. I'm going to try my best. There are a couple of situations where I might do it, but I'm going to try my best not to save scum. If I die, I reload from the last sleep, not from the last autosave. I'm going to try my best to do this. I can't promise I will, just out of pure laziness of not having to want to redo a bunch of stuff, which again defeats kind of the purpose. Anyway, the main thing is, with all these mods, crashes are probably going to happen. I want to have some sort of backup so I'm not losing hours and hours of gameplay due to a mod conflict. So we're going to turn my ability to save back on, but that's the only things we're changing. And now, let's go back. Let's go home. Can't talk about these skeletons, only the ones down there in the vault. Got nothing to say about all these people that basically lost their lives helping me. That brings the elevator back. But also, taking drugs like Radaway and stim packs increase your thirst radically because it dehydrates you, which makes something in the game make sense. What the hell's over here, and why does it have a quest marker? Huh. I have no idea what any of this shit is. Okay, Mr. Tidy's. Oh, this is going to be a neat little... Okay, I'm going to take all the stuff here. Why is it doing that? This is another mod. After carefully examining the components acquired from the robot wreckage, you happily conclude that they are used to create a very special variant of the Mr. Handy, Mr. Tidy. The components can be replicated and assembled in a brand new Mr. Tidy using the settlement's workshop. The various types of remains will be removed by Mr. Tidy as if he travels around the settlement, including corpses, skeletons, bone fragments. Items recovered of the corpses will be placed inside his chest. Anyway. Only one single Mr. Tidy is allowed per settlement. It should be positioned on the ground in the central area of the settlement. To have it begin its work, it tells me how this mod works. But it's a cleanup mod is what this is. It you put it in the settlement and it... Let me move. Thank you. Oh, that's another thing. You get experience like mad, and you level up fast in this mode. So, we'll worry about leveling up once we actually get to Sanctuary. Sorry, I thought I left it long enough that all these would load. And as you can see from the overgrowth, it is a little bit easier to get lost because the path here is overgrown. And I don't know where the gate is anymore. Aha, here we go. Here's the... See, I've already got hit by fatigue from lack of sleep. I think I slept long enough if you ask me, but... Come on, where's the turn off? Where's the turn off? I've got to have passed it. No hub flowers near that. I don't know where the path is. Is this it? Crap, I'm barely out of the vault and I'm already lost. I mean, it does make sense. That is one thing the Fallout does, is it has a radiated blasted hellscape kind of feel to it. But in real life, you would have overgrowth on everything. And so what's happened over by the cities around Chernobyl is nature has reclaimed by... Where the fuck am I? I am heading in completely the wrong direction. I need to head... I've got a quest marker for Sanctuary. That's my quest marker. Is oh, okay. Okay, I think I found the path again. Yep, here's that little bridge. Damn, I got turned around. I like how I played the first little opening of Maybe by the ink stains right, or ink spots right there. That Codsworth, the hell?
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
You're still here? So other people could be alive too.
Codsworth, you're still here. So other people could still be alive too.
I forgot she actually talks in this
I'm
one.
still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the hubby see you in that state, huh? Where is Sir, by the way?
They came into the vault. Maybe you saw them. They had guns and strange outfits.
Only Miss Rosa's boy, running around in his Halloween costume more than a week early. I swear, the nerve of that woman leaving her brat unsupervised. Not like you, Mum. You're the perfect mother.
Tut, tut.
And Sir is, where is Sir, by the by?
They
Action clips.
Oh, Mum, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Oh, Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Sean is 6 months old. How could he like charades? Charades. Are you okay?
Sean's been kidnapped. And I'm gonna find him. I'm gonna get my baby back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
So here's a neat thing. You can actually know this in advance. If you look at the Pip-Boy, when you first pull it up, it has a date on there. I've only seen, of all the people I've watched play Fallout 4, for the first time I've seen one, and only one person noticed that from the Pip-Boy date. But
No, that's not possible. I wasn't out for that long. Not 200 years.
A bit over 210, actually, Mum. Give or take a little for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer.
that was exactly
That
210
means
years.
you're, 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack. You must be famished.
So this is actually green because it's you cannot fail this dialogue option. But normally it shows up as a yellow prompt. Like, it's hard-coded. There is no fail state for this question, for this charisma check. It is there to teach you how charisma checks work. Even though it is coded, it can never fail.
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing! And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car!
How do you polish rust? I love that line so much. I don't know why. Stay with me, pal. Focus, focus.
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, Mum. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape. I believed Sir was going to present it to you as a surprise. But then, well, everything happened.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? Sir and young Sean may turn up yet.
No, they won't, but, I'll humor him. Because it's
Lead
some
the way.
XP and he does it.
Proud to serve, Mum. Caution, Mum. Peekaboo! Pow! Peekaboo!
Shit, what is...
That it? Ah, well, I suppose there's plenty more where that came. Here but a few flies.
Q, that's VATS. Okay. No, 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 no. No, 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 no.
My
There we
senses
go.
are picking up movement in another house. Follow me.
Hang on, let me loot first. I forgot which button did VATS and I couldn't help. Hang on. Found you. Hang on. Already?
Just getting.
Not tab Q. Q.
That about takes care of that.
Ah, I got hit by the stupid thing. Ah. Their attacks are evil. 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 Do you know what that ranged attack is on a bloatfly? It is shooting larvae at you. Therefore, it is shooting your own its own babies at you.
Codsworth.
Miss Alex, Sir and young Sean, they aren't here.
Nope. But thanks for trying.
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
You can't give up, Mum. What about the city? Concord is nearby, and, well, the people there have only shot at me a few times.
Are people alive?
There's still people alive in Concord?
Yes, although
My
they're
instinct to
a bit
repeat it.
rough. You remember the way? Just across the southern footbridge, out of the neighborhood, and past the Red Rocket Station? I shall remain here and secure the host.
Well, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on, because before we go anywhere near the Red Rocket, I got to make this place a little bit more livable. But before we do that, we're going to have a little bit of building stream. Okay. Huh. Not what I meant. Oh.
Yes.
It actually gives you the components to build your own. That's a nice little sheet there. A Sim Settlements makeover. Now, I'm not using Sim Settlements too much in Sanctuary, at least for now. I'm gonna have sections of it. I got plans for Sanctuary long term. But yeah, okay, take that, because that just gave me everything I need for that. Okay, so that did that way. We'll escape to X out of it, and now we can transfer, which is okay. T to store all the junk. Now, escape out of here. Nope. Tab out of it. Consistent controls is too hard to ask. Workshop mode. Now. Nope. R's for scrapping. Been a while. Oh, that's what that's for. We'll deal with that later. That's another mod. You can actually restore these to pre-war condition using those construction. So I was about to say, it's kind of weird that that got dragged in here. That's here from one of the mods. It's a mod that lets you restore Sanctuary to its pre-war status by going building by building. Which again, I have plans for what I'm going to do with that later on. Right now, we're just scrapping stuff in the first couple of houses so we can get the necessities built up. And one neat thing you'll notice as we're going around, I'm scrapping containers without even looking in them because it's all going to the workshop anyway, and it'll save me a little time. That was loud. But we're scrapping it. We're scrapping it. Come on. But there are some other things in survival that are hard-coded. For example, you notice how I got tired pretty quickly. That is so you can learn the tiredness mechanics because you need to sleep pretty soon, so it gets you to craft or find a bed in here so you can sleep before you head out too far. And you notice I'm also scrapping a lot more than I would normally be able to.
Perfect.
Because there is another mod that lets me scrap more stuff than normal. Okay, and we're also, while we're out of it, we're going to take your special. And that is going into luck. And while we're at it, I'm going to go ahead and take my level up now. T to level up. Come on. And we had to get that first so I could get this. That is going to get freaking annoying, but I want that extra XP so I can level up faster. Now, back to... Nope. Crap, what is it? V. Thank you, tutorial. You knew exactly what I was trying to do and couldn't figure out. Ah, Sean's crib. And like most Fallout players, I'm going to forget Sean exists for quite a while. Blast Radius. Which, Blast Radius has a historical precedence. It is inspired by a lot of children's science kits for atomic energy that were all over the place You could just walk into a store and buy, like those chemistry sets you get as a kid that she gives you little experiments to try to learn stuff. Except for they had freaking uranium samples in them. They were selling uranium to little kids. I am not kidding. Hey, who took the shelves out of my closet and stole all my clothes? Jerks? Weirdos, I swear. Notice how we've described Mr. Handy as Codsworth as family. He was so new, we still had him in the box. We had not thrown his big cardboard box yet away. We weren't sure if we were going to return him or not. That's the only reason we would have kept that box that long. Oh, and you had made a comment about we have no water, but we do have some radioactive soda. That is one of the things I was, a while back, I was like, Nuka-Cola is such a weird concept. How would anyone ever think it would be okay to... Why is the toaster outside? How would anyone think it's okay to put nuclear isotopes in something you drink? I mean, it doesn't matter how much you love the whole atomic everything thing that you're obsessed with nuclear everything. There's no way you would still think that would be okay. Why would you possibly? That's based on a real thing, isn't it? And yep, there was something called Radithor. It was sold as it was a health drink, but it was basically what would have been marketed today as an energy drink. You drank Radithor, which was water with radium suspended in it. You drank radium water. And I would do not suggest trying to look it up on Google image search, because you'll find a former Olympic athlete who got addicted to Radithor and was drinking like 2 or 3 bottles of it a day because he believed in the health benefits so far. And the thing about radium is that radium shares a lot of chemical compounds with calcium. It looks very similar in molecular. There's a lot of drugs. The way that a lot of our drugs work is that they are similar to something in the body. It's a natural isotope. For example, caffeine works because it is similar to a hormone our body produces when we're tired that makes us feel tired. So, now we're not going to get rid of the preps he has just yet. We'll deal with that later. I'm just trying to get rid of the one that's laying down and the round that's useless. Anyway, what was I talking about? Caffeine. Caffeine, the way it works in our brain is that it replaces, it fills in the spot in our brain that hormone takes up. So it's kind of like, here's the slot for the hormone that makes us sleepy, and then that looks like this, and so it fits in, and then we get tired, and then but it's more like Lego shapes, the way the molecules are formed and the way that they're connected and the shape that the molecules themselves make. Like you've seen a hydrogen, like a water molecule, and it looks like a Mickey Mouse. It's got the oxygen here and then the 2 hydrogens up here. That's the way the bonds work, and that's the shape of the molecule. And the way caffeine molecules fit in the brain, they fit in those slots for that thing. It keeps us from getting tired because the caffeine is blocking those receptors where the hormone would normally make us feel tired. We don't feel tired because the caffeine is taking that spot. Radium does the same thing with calcium. So when your bones need to be repaired or your teeth need to be repaired, your body will reach for the radium because it looks like calcium, and it'll stick that in there. And it doesn't decay the way calcium can. It decays over a longer period of time. So what happens is when you consume a lot of radium, this happened to the radium girls too, it also happened to Marie Curie. The longer you do that, the longer you're exposed to the radium, the more of your body gets replaced. And radium is not calcium. It is not hard like calcium. It doesn't, it does not work as a substitute for calcium. And what eventually happened is, and this is why I said do not try to look up pictures of Radithor, because you will find some pictures of the bottles of it and see like the logo and everything. And you will also see this Olympic athlete who drank so much radium his jaw fell off. So yeah, that is where we are at when it comes to a lot of that is what happened in the real world that inspired Fallout. Nuka-Cola was based on a real thing, unfortunately. I didn't even go inside the house, did I? Went straight through the backyard, did not go through the house. I hate when it bangs around like that. I hate it so much. Actually, I didn't want to scrap the empty milk bottle. I wanted to keep it. Damn it. And this is a neat touch that Fallout 4 does a great job of. If you look around and you see decorations everywhere, and you notice there's a lot of Halloween decorations all over the place, it's because it was October 23rd. Halloween was right around the corner when the bombs fell. So people had all their Halloween decorations up. That's just a... I did not mean to do that. Ah. Why was it on fog filter anyway? Just get it on something else other than that. So if I do accidentally build something and something that doesn't take up much resources. Christ. I should have picked that lock for the experience. Oh well. Okay, I think I've scrapped enough to get started. I will, of course, be doing a lot of building over this playthrough, but I just wanted to get enough materials to get started, clear out a couple of these houses at least, so that I could start getting some of the necessities put down, like it's getting dark. How'd I miss that? So we need to get structures, no furniture. No. Furniture. Beds. And that's not the bed I wanted. Shit. We want the nice beds. Where the hell did you go? Get back down here. Yeah, it's right click to rotate it. Okay. And I don't know if you've seen this trick before. I've known people who've been playing this game since launch who was not aware that you can hold down when you're in the build mode. You can hold down the E key and you will hold still while you place the objects. Damn it! Fuck me. Is that we have to do the little dance I was just doing? You can do the little dance and dance around like this, or you can hold down E and adjust it. Oh, no, but I... Ah. Okay, I know you'll fit in here. Okay, maybe you won't fit in here. Anyway, it is now very dark, so I didn't want to leave build mode quite yet, because I need to do something else that's very important. Not furniture, resources, water. We need to get a water pump to... Oh my god, there's no concrete yet. Wait, was that what? Was that my concrete? Nope, that wasn't my concrete. Where is the... There we go. Now I can actually see that. There's my concrete. I'm gonna put you. Because it's very important to stay hydrated when you're about to go to sleep. See, I'm still parched, now I'm hydrated. Okay, you can get out now. Okay, I'm gonna have to move that because that just teleported me into the house. Was this the house I built the beds in? I did, okay, so I can sleep. It is currently 8, so... Be nice and bright in the morning. I say bright in the morning, it's still kind of dark out. The sun hadn't quite risen. Okay, yeah, you cannot be there because that caused a big problem with the animation. So we're going to move you back over here. And while we're running around, we're just going to... The main thing I'm wanting to do... Not so much get this stuff, but... Just because I'm walking by it, I'm scrapping it all. The main thing I'm trying to do is... I keep getting distracted. There it is. That's the reason why I came back over here. No, that's not what I meant. I wanted to get... Because... Because that's going to happen. We had to get out of the... Now we can go back into the build mode. Just because I'm literally standing on top of it. The only reason I'm scrapping, I'm done scrapping extra stuff. I'm done. I swear I'm done. It is. I just want the cooking station by all the other crafting stations. That's the only thing we're doing. All the other stuff just happened to get in the way. I can put that right there. Because we need to craft some stuff. Boston Tea Party. That's neat. That's got to be from one of the mods. I don't remember that. Mixologist. That's definitely healing's definitely there. The thing is, this and the Chem Station. Do a lot of are used by. Sorry, I'm trying to find something here. Anyway, the cooking station and the chem station are used by a lot of mods for crafting stuff from that mod. So, okay, I think that's all the food I can make right now. Although it will be nice to explore that in a bit. And because I woke up, oh, and while I'm here, bottle caps. Oh, because they were in one of the things. Let's see what all the stuff that came out of this. So, pipe pistol, the pompadour wig, that. I'll leave the blood pack in there. Blood pack's not going to help anything. I don't want the pork and beans just yet. I do want the medics. I want the bobby pins. That's not good. That's all. Crafting material, the bottles. That's what I wanted. And the ammo. There you go, got that. And so I can now I don't know if this is working. This might not be working. And so what's supposed to be happening is supposed to be taking all those empty bottles that are in my inventory and filling them up from this water source so that I have purified water. And it should be saying, removed empty bottle, added purified water. I've let this run for a moment, so let me check my inventory real fast. See if that's actually happening. Would you fuck off? I'm not using the map right now. I don't need you up here like that. Come on, get out of the way. I can't see. I just have the one purified water, so something's not working right. Let me double check again. So we've got scrap here. We've got 10 total bottles. Okay, well that's not working. Let me check that mod configuration just to be sure it's not something that's a quick fix. Otherwise I may have to look into this later. I'm just checking real quick to see if there's any other mods that might be causing that to not work. And I can't immediately tell anything that might be doing that. I'll have to sort that out later. I'll deal with that off stream. So, which that just makes one thing a little bit more important before we leave. We gotta head down here and we've got to get a water purifier going. And oh my god, there's so much crap I gotta get rid of down here. Hang on. Sorry, I told you I was done scrapping, but apparently not, because I've got to... Oh crap, I'm in the water already. That's not good. I didn't think the water was... I couldn't see the water because the water... I think one of my water mod is screwing up. I see the water over there, but I can't see it over here. But I can hear myself splashing in it. Oh, I see. It's just... Okay, the sun... So one of the lighting effects is just weird on it. Okay, anyway. And we can build at least 2 of these, which is actually what we're going to do. And then we need a generator, and we should... We have I'm short of gear. Fuck me. Okay, that means we have to go hunting. I know I said I was done scrapping for a while, but I gotta find a gear. Because the thing the water purifiers do is it just creates purified water. In survival mode, that's kind of critical as a thing you need to be able to take with you. And since I can't fill the bottles right now, which is my normal source of immediately getting a bunch of water to take with me, I'm kind of screwed. Yeah, I'll put it in the workshop for now. There's the thing. There was a mod I got a while back that was too buggy. I've never used it again, but it was a mod that was specifically put in. What it did was it added a little note, a little holotape that you found outside the crane operator whenever you're escaping the vault, that explains that these guys were here, figured there might be bottle caps, and then they say, why were bottle caps? Because that's what they're using as currency now. Because in no place in the entire game is it explained to the player character, who would never know this otherwise, that bottle caps are money. There's no reason for the sole survivor to think that bottle caps would be money, but they just happen to somehow know. So that's kind of funny. They had a mod that specifically existed just so. Just to give a plausible reason. I know I need to build a generator. Why do you think I'm What do you think I'm doing, huh? Okay. Something went screwy here. I still need a gear. There wasn't a gear in anything in there. Come on. I already cleared this house. Damn it. There aren't too many houses left. I don't know when I'm going to get another gear. Okay, that's a hell of a sandstorm. I have weather mods installed too, by the way. And it looks like we just got a sandstorm coming through. Does that do anything to me? No. I just can't see shit. I'm gonna sleep an hour just to wait to see if this thing will pass, because I cannot see what's going on. Okay, good. This mod probably changed it, but another hard-coded thing is that on the third day a radstorm comes through to teach you what radstorms are. Ah. I don't know why I thought there'd be a gear in a TV, but I can't remember off the top of my head what has gears in it. Okay, we do have our gear now. I'm already in here, so let's finish out scrapping this house. I know some people really prefer third-person mode. I just don't. It has its uses in some situations, like we're trying to peek around a corner or something, but otherwise I'm just not a fan. Which is odd, because my other video game obsession aside from Fallout is Mass Effect, which is a third-person game. I don't know, it just feels different for some reason. Fine, I'll go build the damn generator. Shut up already. Okay. Here's the house, and the water pumps are out back. Oh, I get to scrap all these things, finally! One of the mods lets me scrap those damn things. That's been a pain in my ass in this game since launch, as you cannot get rid of the playground equipment. Oh, we want a medium generator. Because it'll power both of them. And then... Okay, yeah. Wires, get out of the way. I need to make sure they're running. Okay, they're running. Okay, good. And there's just one other thing. Okay, I got lost again. Hang on, where am I? I got lost in Sanctuary, for crying out loud. Okay, there's the... Okay, so the little garden is back here.
I need to assign someone to this.
I don't have...
I need to assign someone to this.
Okay. Now that I got those... Resources, food. Get those planted. They won't grow yet until we've got someone here to take care of it, but I want those taken care of as soon as possible, in the ground at least. Okay. No. Okay. Now, we're going to do one more pass over here. There's a typewriter right there. Typewriters have gears. Fuck me. Okay. I am hungry. I am going to have... grilled red roach. Still hungry? I'm properly fed. No, okay. I want to transfer because I want to see there's a bunch of stuff that... Okay, another pipe pistol. Unlaundered rose dress. Sunset legend. I need those purified waters. That thing's already working, man. You see how much purified water came out of there already. How's my filters going? Not what I wanted, but oh well. Okay, we're about to have a fashion show, cause I gotta figure out... I'm going to put some of this stuff away. Because all this stuff has weight, and that's not good. So. I like my hair too much to put on the wig, even if it does give me a charisma bonus, and I am a charisma build. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Okay, that's going to... Hold on. Ah, damn it. No, I wasn't done yet. Hit the wrong one. I've got to get used to these controls again. Okay, let's see how this looks. Not absolutely horrible. Okay, that's a little bit better at least. Doesn't have that pattern on it that looks kind of ugly. And then... Oh, that one. There's our winner. There's our winner. That's going to be for our charisma outfit now. Okay. Nope. Come on. I don't need you on right now. Okay. Transfer. So we can put away those two. Keep that if I need an int bump. That was need that. We're actually going to put this back on. I can't put it on from this screen. Anyway. Those are for crafting. We're going to put those back. I don't want to carry these around because it's weight 1. That's a lot. That's heavy as hell. I can't fill those. I don't need them clogging up my inventory. Park magazines aren't supposed to... Wait, that mod did something it's not supposed to. Oh well. Ba-ba. And then... only one of each of these now. Let's see if I can actually do anything yet. Gears! I can go up to the hardened receiver, but I need more gears. God, yeah. Pipe pistol. That just gets it up to the same level as it's not worth the 2 gears. I need to get... Please tell me you've got 2 gears in you. Steel oil. Nope. And did I get 2 gears? I don't think I got 2 gears. I did get 2 gears. Because that is a big boost to the damage for the 10mm. Weight goes up a lot on that though. Actually only doesn't go up that much. Yeah, because the comfort grip increased the accuracy way more, and that's more important to me. And wait, let me check that there's nothing else I want before I get that. Yeah, because I gotta have gun nut to do any of that. Yeah, I don't have any legendary effects quite yet, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put that reflex scope on. That's all the mods I can do, but yeah, that's gonna be a lot better for me. Need to put the vault suit back on. Where'd the fucking... Did it get put away again? Where'd the vault suit go? Wait, no, there it is. It's right there. Give me back. Oh, that's why, because it's Under Armour. That's why I couldn't see it. Okay, anyway, there we go. Now, there's still that house to clear out over there, and I think that one as well. There's basically a lot more stuff I can do for crafting. I'm not going to do it right now because I've wasted enough time doing that. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to head out to Concord. Be right back in just a couple of minutes.
Here is a job that has made more than one woman shudder. Stacks of dirty dishes to get through. But here is what gets rid of those dirty dishes fast and easy. Lux liquid detergent. It's packed in a can that won't break. And 1 little teaspoonful of Lux liquid does the dishes for a family of 4. Makes suds like these. There's even a special dripless spout that means easy pouring and no messy handling. Milk stained glasses come clean in no time. Now the secret? Lux liquid cuts under grease, lifts it up, and floats it off dishes. And Lux liquid is the only liquid detergent that is Lux mild on your hands. So make dishwashing lots less work with the next best thing to a dishwashing machine, Lux liquid detergent. Yes, ma'am, that Lux liquid is really something. And the only people who think that we go a little overboard on it are those who have never used it. And that is a fact because just 1 night's worth of Lux liquid, all of a teaspoonful if you're keeping tabs, and anybody knows why we call Lux liquid the next best thing to a dishwashing machine. Just use it once. You'll see. Because you're going to be on our side of the fence from then on in.
And that is for dang sure.
The technology may have changed, but war never changes. Except, wait, no, it totally changed, it totally changes. Think of the difference between one guy dropping a nuclear bomb on a city and a bunch of dudes lining up on a hill 10 feet away and shooting each other. Yeah, war totally changes. But because science. Okay, bye.
Kyle, I love you, dude, but I think you misunderstood what war never changes means. It's talking about how the fact that war always has these same root causes, in that it is fighting over resources and consolidating power, and so that's what's causing war. Oh, I'm starting to get dehydrated, so before we leave, I'm going to drink myself a bit of water. And we're going to head over to Concord now. With, of course, a pit stop first, because you got to pick up a friend. But before then, I am not going to scrap that car. I'm not going to scrap that broken house. I'm going to avoid all that, because I have put you guys through enough already of that. However, we are going to check this mailbox because it has grenades. Very foggy morning, isn't it? Well, that didn't go well for you, did it? And a tire iron. A nice little weapon there. And then there's the Minuteman statue. Because, aha, here we go. A pipe rifle and targeting card. Ooh, that's going to be good for making some turrets later. So, for those who don't know, Sanctuary is based on a real location. It doesn't look anything remotely like Sanctuary. It's not a little island. But it is, that statue is a real statue. It marks the location. And this bridge is a real bridge. Preston Garvey is actually going to talk about it in a bit. But that is the location of the first shots fired in the American Revolution. Taco! Hi, River.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You lose your owner, buddy? Okay, then.
Attention getting
Let's
whimper.
stick together.
Okay, wait, see if I can get this done quickly enough. Oh shit, I forgot. Don't greet him yet. That's in. No, I want... Give me ownership. Claim the settlement. Yes. Workshop. No, not special. Defense. Turret. Shit fuck. Fan. Okay, I'm in a workshop. There's gotta be oil here. Oh, fuck. I think they're here already. Damn it, I didn't make it in time. Shit. New target, new target, new target, new target, new target! Got all of them?
Hey.
Haha! Tutorial messages keep blocking out the freaking blah, 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 blah. Anyway, what I was trying to do is, I shouldn't have talked to Dogmeat first. I should have waited before I talked to Dogmeat, because there's a trick. If you come here and you build the turrets first, the turrets will help you take out all the mole rats. So you don't have to mess that up. And we are going to build up Red Rocket. We are not going to do it right now. What we are going to do for the moment is all the junk we picked up so far, we're storing that because we've got a lot of stuff in here. I think there's a weapons workbench here, isn't there? Yep. Because we're going to break down one of these pipe pistols. We're keeping that, and we're keeping that. That does a little bit more damage than the security baton, but we're just going to keep it for now. Just in case we run out of ammo, we want to have a melee weapon backup. But that's all we're doing right now. Okay, is there a regular armor workbench here? There's a cooking station. Look up those mole rats while I'm here. Because one, cooked food, you can eat without getting rats. Aha, here is an armor workbench. Okay, I don't have anything yet, but that's like behind armor too. So anything else I do other than insulated. And I'm not going to face anything with energy weapons, so at least for right now, so there's no point in that color. Huh! Got another mod. Neat. Oh, while I'm at it, where are you, Dogmeat? Oh, come here. Come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Hey, 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 hey. No, that's not how. What's the button to make him wear it? No. Yeah, that's good. You can also have the drifter outfit just while I'm putting stuff on, yeah. Oh. I forgot I got that mongrel dog meat. Dolphins to dog meat. Some mutt chops. There we go. But also, cooked food also weighs less, and as you can see, weight is going to be a problem for me. I've only got 90-something carry capacity right now. Okay. I have no idea what this is, so I'm just going to... Because I want to get rid of a quest if there's a quest. So, and level 25 is a long way away, so we're going to do that. Come on! The torso, that torso! There! Jeez. I see one problem already. I have forgotten to do something important. Is it? That's rifleman. That's it. Yep, there it is. It's under agility. Because I'm going to be using a lot of pistols for the moment that are not automatic pistols, so we're going to boost our damage 20%, which is going to come in a lot of handy. Not what I meant to do. Oh, Nuka Quantum! Nuka Quantum is incredibly important in survival mode because in survival mode, healing takes time. Even a stim pack will take time before it kicks in. The fastest healing in survival mode is Nuka Quantum. Okay.
Excellent.
Aha! There's another mod for you. Oh. No. I want to check something. Okay, nope, this ring doesn't do anything. There was I thought I had a mod that put a bonus on it, but it did not. There we go. My carry capacity is now increased by 10 because of that. Glad I decided to come in here. That was going to be useful once I figured out how to get the bottle filling aspect thing working. Okay. Because I do know that there's a mod that takes a lot of these buildings that you can't get into and makes them into locations you can explore. It doesn't look like that mod was installed here. What the fuck? Birds. Okay, birds. Just scared the shit out of me, man. But, I'm hungry, so before we start facing anyone, let's go ahead and get a snack. We just made those mole rat chunks, so... Whoa! Preston Garvey's on fire from something. No. No, I don't. Holy shit, that is not good. That is not good. That is not good. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna die here. I can't see shit. That was it. Ah. That was my first death. Fuck. Now, normally on survival mode, it'll only load on your last thing. Normally, I would abide by those rules, but I don't think you want to watch me repeat all that same stuff again, so let's try this again. I have a better idea. One, we do want to eat those mole rat chunks again. Huh, oh wait, no, there we go, explodes. And then left, alt. Okay, that's my grenade button. Okay, because I have an idea now. Nope, that was not the idea. That was not the idea. Sorry, dog meat. That's better. That's better. That's better. That's better. That's much better already. Oh shit! Fuck!
This is my reality, my factuality. It's the way that I'm supposed to take my reality, my factuality. It's the way that I'm supposed to